Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna do some Higgsfield type of stuff. We have some new kind of features. We did the Halloween one, so we're just gonna go into here and then show you the Halloween one. There are things I was doing today. We did a Halloween one just to show everyone what it is. One of my series. So this is just the Halloween feature that you have right here. Not too bad. It's just one of those Halloween type of things, just a spooky season, all that type of stuff. So we got some new type of features. We got the face swap. So we're gonna do some face swaps right here on your photo and in your target image. So for example, I got like a face swap right here. So for example, we're gonna use, um, this person right here. Guess not. Auto. I'm gonna go 16 by 9. Okay, so this is the photo that we're gonna go for. So I guess we're just gonna go for like a face swap would be like something like, okay, we're gonna go with this. Go with this person right here. Then we're gonna swap the face of this person right here. So we got our two images. So we got these types of faces. So we're just gonna hit the generate, and then we're gonna see what happens. Generate. So we're just swapping some faces. See how it turns out. So we just picked two random types of things. These are just prompts that I would use. I was like looking at yesterday, trying to make more type of stuff. But obviously now, like with AI is exploding and everything, so you might as well just load up all the models and everything, all that. That's what they are. They're models. They don't like, yeah, obviously they're not real people, but obviously, but again, they're yeah, they're not real people, of course, but either way, like that's what people do. Like man or woman doesn't really matter. Why hire all these people when you can model on something like Higgsfield? I've gone through this before already. So it's in progress. So there you go. So we face swap this person right here with this person. So we did the face swap. So this is the person that we wanted, and then we face swapped it with this type of person. For example, would be, I guess, like another example would be like we got Christina right here. That's her face, and then we are gonna put it onto the robot right here. That's gonna be an interesting type of take. And then we're gonna see this one was just more of a human. So it didn't look too bad, but I do want to see how it looks like on a robot. Because that's the future Westworld and all. So I'm more curious on that one. Because as I say, if you can't tell the difference, does it matter? We got some free generations. How the robot one turns out. That looks real cool. That's cool. This one was not too bad. It's just the only difference is that they just got a human to a human, so it wasn't too bad. But that one looks real cool. Look at this one. That's cool. That's real cool. I like that actually. This one wasn't too bad. We just took the woman right here, we took her face, and we swapped it out with that. It didn't look that much of a difference. But the robot one, I like that. That one looks really cool. That's the future right there. That's Westworld right there. So I wanted to do something like that. So a little bit of inspiration there. You know, um, we got the character swap as well. Um, we're gonna do this one, the character swap. So looking like the character swap is very similar to face swap. So we're gonna go with Alice right here, and then we are going to swap her out for Andrea here, and then we're gonna see how this turns out. This, and then we're gonna try to do like another Westworld, of course, but like that one's really cool. I think it feels a lot more impactful because yeah, you have this like yeah, you have like the woman right there, but yeah, like it's kind of switching out your face. It looks a little slightly more different, but like not that much of a difference because it's human to human. So like okay, cool, I guess like. But well, I wanted to do the Westworld robot. That one was the idea. These are all just models, so obviously people post like ideas and all that type of stuff. But obviously, like you add your own twist to it, of course, because sometimes I don't know. It just feels like a lot of like other stuff, like a lot of stuff that's been made on Gemini and all that type of stuff, and like what Higgsfield is a better job. I don't see that much of a difference on the character swap. I don't see that much of a difference. So we're gonna go with obviously again. We're gonna go with Camilla right here, and we are going to go with. You can find another robot. To be honest, that's what I'm actually trying to find. Actually, maybe we got here. I'm trying to. They're just humans, and that's. I guess I'll just use the same thing. I guess right here. Just reuse it. No big deal. I don't see that much of a difference here. So the character scene supposedly is supposed to swap out this for this, so I don't really see that much of a difference. So looking like this one was a bomb right there. This to a certain degree, I guess. Just maybe change her skin color, but like I don't really see that much of a difference either. So that's another bomb right there. Um, so like I don't know, like on the humans, I don't see it that much of a difference. Like I'm just looking at it from like the perspective of all that type of stuff, but like obviously, so you have like a robot or something along those lines, then I can see that. Oh, again, on the humans, they supposedly is supposed to be a lot more impactful. I saw that type of stuff, and after now using it, it's like okay, that's it. Eh, character swap. I was supposed to swap out the characters. It's supposed to be like she was supposed to be like this. So I don't see that much of a difference. But okay, I guess it's not as hyped up. But like I guess this needs a little bit of work. It's not as insert the character, upload the character you want to insert, photo the character you want to replace. So yeah, this she was supposed to be this, and after she was supposed to get replaced by the human, um, or the robot, or what? Again, it's not that great to be honest. Needs some, it definitely needs some work. I think it was overly hyped. We're doing the Instadump. Um, Upload your favorite photos and build a pack of generating new looks like blah blah. So I'm not too sure. I guess we're gonna do this. We can add some photos. We gotta choose a pack. We have to choose a pack or something like that. But or you can just create a pack. I guess create a pack. Upload some references. Set up the photos. So I guess. So I'm just gonna pick some random things. This is 15th type of things. Ooh. Okay. Or 5. Nine. And 12. 13. 'Kay, pack name. I guess Higgs review pack. And then we have to add one selfie or photo, be my base, so I guess we'll go with this one. Let's see if this is any good. Supposedly this is like the base, so we'll see how it goes. So there's a couple of other things to do on a review, but like so far so good. The character swap wasn't as impressive as I thought. The face swap wasn't too bad, but it's not the greatest on humans. It feels like it's a little bit better more on robots, but like the Westworld type of feel. But like some improvements. The character swap was a little bit overhyped, so I think there needs to be some major upgrades for that. But like the face swap isn't too bad. I expected a little bit more on it, but it's there. I still like popcorn. Popcorn is fun. Enjoying actually that. I'm actually having a lot of fun with popcorn. But there's a couple of other things I do want to review, but like for the most part, it's like yeah, there's two little things that I may need to fix. Like I understand the hype and everything and all that type of stuff, but like it's again, I really, like just someone who like reviews all this type of stuff and actually uses Higgsfield a lot, and like obviously there's certain things, and like obviously I do like all this content. I don't know, obviously I'm putting a lot more type of stuff and all that type of stuff. But like I think it's like I go more in depth because obviously I want to see what it can do, and obviously I want to see if it's actually gives it up. Because like there's lots of lots of features that they live up so like for example Higgsfield popcorn is fantastic. It does live up to the standard. Yeah, it's like 10 to 15 second clips, but it could be a little bit longer. I've advocated a little bit for that a little bit more. Maybe making 2, 3, maybe 4 minute videos, having some more editing type of stuff. Obviously Vegas, Save Studio has certain things like that. There's a couple of other ones as well. But like in that type of sense, like has potential, but like I still understand like what they're trying to still do. They're still trying to focus on like the main type of base and the main type of foundation, which would be obviously models and all that type of stuff. Because obviously when Higgsfield came out, obviously, like they try to focus more on models and like other stuff and like certain like art and everything, AI art and everything. So obviously, I can definitely understand like they still want to keep that core foundation of like what actually built the platform and what actually got them um, users and like what's actually making them like um how do you say go more a lot more viral, because obviously like now like I can understand because now with AI it's like expensive, so like why are you gonna hire all these models, why are you gonna do all these types of things and like have all these types of other types of things when you can just like an AI model or like something to do, or why are you gonna like hire an artist like to draw something or like whatever or like whatever. You can just like go in there and actually just type your prompt. I want this. I want it to be like this. Or like let's say I want to change certain things. Like I want to remove this or whatever it could be, and I want to add this instead, and you can prompt it and make it look a lot better. I totally understand that, but I also understand the idea to expand is because AI is now evolving. It's not just about photos and all that type of stuff. It's also about video. It's also about stuff like Instagram and all this type of stuff, and like it's also about like short little videos and all that type of stuff because it needs to catch people's attention. I totally get it. Okay, so it's just pretty much interesting how it is. We just put the same face. That's kind of funny. This is how the face swap should have been with the humans and the character swap. This is how it should do. Like whatever they did on the Instadump, they should just go back into the character swap and face swap and just do that. Whatever this is, like this is how it should actually be. See, the face is perfect. The character got swapped perfectly. See, I don't get it. Like I don't get like how they messed it up. But okay, like how do you like? That's my question. How do you mess this up? Like you got the feature right on the other thing, but then all of a sudden you're just like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. See, perfect. Look at this. Wow. And then you say to yourself, like, I'm doing the whole Heath Ledger thing. I got these scars. So my father, he was a drinker and a fiend, and one day he came home crazier than usual. Exactly. Like seriously, why? It's like, and and then you say to yourself, you know that meme with the woman that has all the math in it, all these equations? Yeah, that's where I'm going for. Like what? What? I don't know, man. It's entertaining, but it's just kind of funny because like this is how the character swap and the face off should have been, but it's just like okay, it doesn't bother me, no big deal. But we're gonna definitely switch it out. We're gonna take out certain things. Um, we're gonna download these all because I do like how it turned out. Um, this is actually really really good. This is actually how it should have turned out originally with another character I was trying to do. But like, there you go. That's what I wanted. This turned out really good. I'm gonna download them all actually. I'm content. Obviously, this is not made by Dreamina, so obviously I just had to take out the Dreamina logo out. But like, for the most part, like I would have to say it turned out really really good. Fantastic. So this is how the face swap and everything should have turned out. But as I said, like and the character swap, but like for the most part, this is banger. This turned out amazing. So this Fashion Factory, Higgsfield Popcorn. It's kind of ironic. I was talking about that. I haven't tried the Topaz. Supposedly, you can just upscale certain things. Um, so I guess I'll look at this. So like an upscaler would be, I'm just gonna pick something really random right here. Nothing really specific. So like let's say for example, I want to upscale something like this, like I guess like Alma shoot or something. I can just do that. Just run this topic, and then like for example, like you got the topaz. I never really used topaz default model. So we're just gonna use this, and after that, so we're just gonna like 4x it. So like we have 1x, but like let's say we want to like go into the advanced settings, we can make it sharper, face enhancements and everything. So we're just gonna go like make it a lot sharper. Here, strength is fine. Then we're just gonna upscale, and then we're gonna see how it. We're just gonna, like this is like basically like if you have like a blurry picture, and that's kind of ironic that I was actually talking about Photoshop and everything. This is just like a random picture like I did. So I'm gonna probably just actually not save it, but it's just like for the sake of like showing people. Like so, for example, as well, like you don't even need Photoshop anymore. You can just make your pictures, and let's say there's certain things you don't like, you can upscale it within actually Higgsfield itself. I actually have Topaz. Like I was trying to try it out, but like now that I know that Higgsfield actually has it, like it actually makes it a lot easier for me because like Topaz, and I think there's like another thing that's kind of similar to Photoshop. Um, that's also AI itself. Um, but if Higgsfield has it, that's fantastic. And then obviously we're gonna hit the compare on. So this is the old one, as you can see. Like so, as we're comparing. So this is the old photo right here. This is the original. This is the upscaled. So we're just okay. So this is the original right here, as you can see, and then this is the upscaled. So obviously, there's a lot more detail. She looks a lot more like her hands look a lot more crisp and everything. So this is just the scale factor. So we did like a 1 scale. So we're just this is just the standard one, but we just did like a 2048. So we upscaled a little bit, but now we're gonna go into it. And we got the standard version, and now we have like high fidelity. This is the default model for general purposes. So we're gonna go with high fidelity ×2, and then we're gonna do the ×2 right here. And then we're obviously gonna go to the sharpness of an 80, the denoise 80, 40, and the strength is 2. So like now we're just kind of like this is how like you would go on Photoshop, but like let's say you have Photoshop, but then you would have to do this, and then you would have to put all these settings. And like I used to use Photoshop and Illustrator to a certain degree. You have to use all these other tools, and after now it's just like with Higgsfield, like with the topaz and everything, all this type of stuff. Like, oh man, this is insane. So like, there you go. Like you can make your photos a lot better. But that's what I keep on saying. It's like people are always saying, "Oh, I got it." Like, no, like imagine all the time, and after you can just put all these details, and after then there you go, and then after then you can just go and then like, let's say there's like something, or let's say there's like a photo that you want to like fix or whatever. Like instead of going to Photoshop, instead of going, you can go to Higgsfield, you can go on to like even Topaz. Like, obviously I use Higgsfield because obviously like it's in there. But look at this. This looks a hell of a lot. Look at this. Wow, this compared to like this, like just to the double, like you can actually see her eyes a lot better. You can see her facial features. She looks a lot more crisper. This is just off the high fidelity itself. Um, so we have the presets right here, and then after we got the Topaz generative, we're not using the generative yet, but like we got a textify. This is just for like text, obviously optimized logos, and after you have all that. So now we're gonna go into the generative right here. So now we have the prompts right here. Okay, so like for example, now this is what I really wanted to get into. So this kind of reminds me of like this is what I'm trying to tell Higgsfield, like how to do the Higgsfield popcorn. And then you can put your prompt in, you can do this. And like, okay, so for example, like we're gonna put our sharpness at 80 again. And then we're gonna put the 80 on the denoise, and then we're gonna put the creativity. So we're just gonna put it up to a 4. We're just gonna put this at a 3. Oh, this is at a 3. Um, so we're gonna put this. So we're gonna upscale it right here. We got to 14. Again, not really worried about my credits, to be honest, because I have a lot of them. So we went through the creativity, we did more type of stuff. So I just wanted to make it more attractive. But now let's say like for the creativity, like let's say like give her like, I don't know, like a sword, or give her like, I don't know, like let's say you want to like add more certain things, like another example would be to be more creative, like put this setting, like for example, like in like a medieval time, or like whatever it could be, which I'm actually going to do, so like that's what they mean by like you can prompt it, you can be more creative. That's what they meant. Like I wanted to make it more attractive, obviously, because I want to see how it works like this. But then I'm going to say like put in a medieval setting, or put like in space, or like whatever, like something goofy. And that's why they say you can prompt, so you can change the background, you can change all this types of things. So like that's what it is. So I put a medieval setting, or put it in space, or like put on Mars, or like put something like put like an alien spaceship, or like whatever it could be. So like these are like the things that you can do. You can change the setting, you can change the background, you can do all this type of stuff. So like obviously I might like put a setting, or put whatever, like. So we have it at 40. It's just kind of standard 40-50. I don't want to like. But you can just tell, compared to the original, this looks a lot crisper. We'll be back, guys. So it's still in progress. So looking like but this is an interesting way of changing certain things. Oh, look at that. That looks a lot better actually. Looks a lot smoother. Like you can tell just by doing this, like it just looks a lot smoother, but you're just comparing it. Because this looks, she looks like her skin looks a lot better, looks a lot more human. And you can tell like everything. But now let's say, um, yeah, we're gonna put like all this type of stuff like change the setting. Okay, so I put that, and then evil, so something like Game of Thrones. So kill again, and like now, like it's still the same type of stuff. She's attractive to, but now let's see if we can change the setting, like Game of Thrones, like medieval. Um, so I'm actually kind of curious if I can actually do this. Ah, okay, so I'm not actually sure if it actually will change the background, but I'm actually kind of curious. So we're just having some. We're just like looking around, like to see. So let's see what happens. Okay, there you go. We're back. Um, okay, so it didn't actually change the background. Just upscaling. Gotcha. So this actually looks a lot more human, actually, ironically. You can see like her facial features. You can start seeing her eyes. So it's actually not too bad with the upscale. So like, let's say you have something like on Photoshop, or like let's say you have like a blurry image, or like something that like, didn't turn out so well, like generative wise. Or let's say like you have like a photo, like hey, I took a photo, or like whatever. You can actually upscale it. Like there's a couple of other like obviously there's a lot of other type of stuff, but I think like with this, like since everything's all built in, and then after like the thing that I like about this is like you can actually then start changing. Like hey, like let's say for example, like the face isn't so clear, so let's say like the everything turned out good. So like okay, so like you have the background, and then everything turned out good. The face is very blurry. Like you like because for whatever reason, like the way that the shot was, or like the way that you took it, like maybe you didn't like zoom in properly, or maybe there's no focus, or like whatever on the face, but everything else is good. Or maybe it was like sometimes people like try to take photos like distance wise, or maybe they're taking it close, but they had to zoom in, so like you can tell like maybe zoom out more or change whatever, and then it would change all that like prompt wise, or like upscale, like hey, it's a little too blurry because it was zoomed out too much, or like it was zoomed in too much, whatever it could be, or like whatever the angle was. And then you can just tell it to like do all that, which is this is actually very very good, like which I do like. Um, so obviously you have all this, and obviously you have the edit, so obviously the product placement and all that type of stuff, which I've already talked about. I've done the character swap and face swap. I've done the lipstick studio, which I've done video upscale. So you can even interesting. So like you can even like do like so like another example would be okay. So like here like another new feature is like the sketch to video. So let's say you have an actual sketch. I don't actually have a sketch, but if I do, then I could like obviously upload it here, and then like it would turn into something. Or I guess you can like create blank, I guess. So I guess for example, like I would sketch something. I'm not too sure. Like I don't really sketch type of stuff, but like I guess I would draw. I gotta get a brush or something. So I'm not too sure. I would just draw something like really random right here. I'm not too sure. I guess this is like I don't really do any of this, and then I guess yes, like some hair. I'm not the greatest artist. This is why I do. This is the exact reason why I do all my stuff with AI. And I guess like he has kind of like sword, I guess here, sword, and like this box would be like a shield or something like that. Like he's it's a cool sword actually. It's like a double bladed sword. You know, it actually has like a like this. That I guess. And I'm not too sure what I'm drawing, to be honest. I'm just like a big ass sword, I guess, or like a bow or whatever. I guess like there's the enemy right here. I have no clue what I'm drawing, man. I'm just trying to draw something at this stage. Then he has kind of like yes, he has All right, so our sketch is done. So let's generate it. Let's see how it turned. Let's see how this turned out. Do what I did. Just a bunch of scribbles, a draw or a sketch. Not the greatest artist, to be honest. This is doing that. DOP. What's this? Supposedly it's supposed to be with. Progress, so I'm not too sure. This is the last one I have to do, so I'm not really sure how this. I think it's in progress. no clue how long this is gonna take with the Sora 2. This is in progress. Oh, that's actually really cool. Look at that. So I did a little drawing. So basically, I guess it's like kind of like a duel, a gun duel. I don't really know. I just thought this is a battle scene. But that's actually really cool. It's fun to sketch the video. I actually like it. So I'm actually quite surprised at how good it turned out. And not the biggest, so that's actually Sora. That's actually not too bad. I like, as I say, like I'm still a big fan of the other Chinese type of stuff. Um, but for Sora, this isn't too bad. So like, this is off the Sora 2. So they said this to 720. So I think it was just like the regular Sora 2. I'm not too sure if it was the max or like they say just Sora 2, so more likely it's 720. So looking like this would just be the base model. And then after they had the Pro Max for perfect quality cinematic, but like it's not too bad still. It's only 12 seconds, so you can't really. They obviously it's not as fancy as like other type of stuff, but still not too bad. You can up have the quality, but still, all in all, I have to say decent, decent for sure. So check it out again. Yeah, decent for sure. It's looking like it lives up to the hype. But yeah, this is pretty much what we got. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z.